Siema w kolejnym epizodzie Vampyr. Klubowi Ascalon. Jeez, jak ja nienawidzę burżui. O! Sztoleta.
Good evening, sir. May I have your attention, please?
Come on, Johnny. Don't you recognize your oldest friend?
Clarence. Clarence Crossley. How are you? My God. So you survived the war too. So sorry I didn't recognize you at first.
I almost didn't recognize you either. War does that to men, I heard. In my case, it was true, for I witnessed the horror that lies underneath.
Do you need...
It's a little...
What can I say? I haven't lost my old habits.
I hope we're talking about the same habits, old friend.
Vampires, Clarence.
They've always been here. If you search for long enough, you realize others know about these devils too. I'm not alone.
What do you mean you're not alone? Who have you met?
The Guard of Prewin. The Brotherhood of St. Paul Stole. Ichabod Throgmorton. Those names always pop up when you dig deep enough.
Have you spoken with any of them?
No. With the quarantine, it's almost impossible to leave the West End. But as a doctor, maybe you could, Johnny.
Are you asking me to help you prove the existence of vampires, Clarence?
Yes, Johnny. Please, gather all the information you can find about vampires and bring it to me. You're the only friend I have left. I need you.
Have you shared your research with anybody else?
No. But I've published my leaflets all across the city, hoping that someday someone will realize I'm printing the truth.
How is your wife, Venus?
We've spent so much time away from each other. And so many things have happened.
But you're alive. You returned in one piece and you have a family. How many soldiers can say the same?
Believe me, it's not quite that simple. Unlike you, I'm not the man I used to be.
Is everything all right at home? Surely Venus was relieved to see you return from France in one piece.
Have you forgot what people are like in this part of town, Johnny? Venus fears for our family reputation. Now her husband has become the village idiot.
Clarence, why have you distributed leaflets about vampires all across the West End?
I have to warn everybody about them. They've killed thousands of people already, unnoticed thanks to the epidemic. We are all in danger here.
Vampires in London? Come on, Clarence. Who's going to believe that?
I'm not mad, Jonathan. You have to believe me. I know they are real. They're all around us, even as we speak.
Ha.
Clarence, you've always been a reliable and a good friend to me. If you say you saw a vampire, then I believe you.
Thank you, Johnny. Thank you for your trust. You don't know what that means to me.
It's all right. But if you want my help, you have to explain exactly what happened.
The first time it was in Rouen. I saw an officer drink the blood of a soldier. I saw its teeth. Saw it bite. It was a vampire, Johnny, and they're here too.
When did you escape the war and return to London?
You know what's funny? I almost never think about the war. Not anymore. I'm involved in another kind of battle now.
What is this new battle?
I saw terrible things during the war. Horrors I thought I'd forget. They're here too. Everything. Vampires.
I know what you mean. I haven't had much time to think about the war either since my return.
Of course. The epidemic, I bet you've been busy as well. Forgive me, Johnny, I didn't want to sound selfish.
You need some rest, Clarence. You should try to sleep.
Windows nie wpuściła mnie do domu. Więc... trzeba będzie podpić chleba. Dokładnie chyba już niedużo. Czy nie ma... Nie ma. Dobra, no to teraz długa arystokratyczna gadka. Mogę zrywać. Oczywiście, że jakość połączenia internetowego nie jest dobra. Nigdy nie jest dobra. Klub Ascalon.
Do you know where you are standing right now?
In front of the Ascalon Club, I presume.
The Ascalon Club only summons or ostracizes. What is your business tonight?
I received an invitation. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Welcome to the Ascalon Club, then, Dr. Reed. Please proceed. Lord Redgrave is waiting on you upstairs.
Lord Redgrave. O, chyba mieli gości.
There has been quite a battle here. I'm sure the Ascalon Club has the money to replace the furniture.
Pieniążki i lód. Okej, no faktycznie było. Działo się. Do Redgrave'a to trzeba pozbierać trochę muni. Oh yeah. Ładna zbroja. Okej, nie. Wow! A żeś. Dobra, co jeszcze to jest? Szlak! Jezu, zaraz 10 minut loading. Świetnie. One eternity later. I pomyśleć, że za chwilę będzie dokładnie to samo, będę się musiał wrzucić przez te cholerne drzwi. Geniusz. Co, wyszedłem stąd, tak? Wyszedłem z domu. Krew mnie zaleje. Dziwnie szybki ten loading. Niespodziewanie. Dobra, tu splądrowałem. High class. Что это? Absorpcja krwi. Było zamknięte. Okej. O! Rabować bogaczy. Tak jest. Dziękuję. O, leki. Bardzo dobrze. Coś jeszcze, o. Ale ładnie. Dobra, gdzie się bogacza? No bez jaj. Nie przejdę, bo co, bez kurtyna? Aha, dobra. Macie szczęście, szkacaka.
Good evening.
Elita wampirów, co?
My good friends, if I may have your attention. Behold our visitor, the good Dr. Reed. Newborn of blood so pure and strong that even my friend Fergal Bansher was no match for him.
Here, here, here.
Come forward, young Ekon, for we have so much to discuss. Welcome to the Ascalon Club, Dr. Reed. I am Lord Redgrave, Earl of Bristol and chairman of this exclusive association.
Lord Redgrave.
At last we meet. I've been eager to make your acquaintance. I've heard some astounding things about you. Please accept my condolences for your loss, Dr. Reed.
Thank you, my lord. Lady Ashbury expressed your wish to meet me.
Yes. The lady has always been a useful acquaintance, though not always reliable. Is she a good friend of yours?
She's a close friend, and I'm honored that she feels the same about me.
The centuries have taught me never to trust a woman completely, especially if she is a mortal. Too prone to emotions, if you ask me. Too fickle when it comes to important decisions.
My lord, do not expect me to speak ill of Lady Ashbury.
Of course not, and I praise your loyalty. Would you offer the same fidelity to the Empire?
What do you mean?
I speak of the Scowl Plague that threatens London and the country. You have been on the front line in the East End, but the time has come to open up a second front here.
The epidemic has escaped the quarantine. You have new cases of the outbreak.
We don't know for certain, but we cannot allow the disease to threaten the prominent heads of Great Britain.
Why do you suddenly need me?
The Ascalon Club only recruits the best, and you definitely fit the bill. Your scientific and medical reputation alone would qualify you as a candidate.
You want me to find possible sources of the outbreak in the West End. Is that it?
Straight to the point, like all eager newborns. We shall have time to talk about all this, Dr. Reed. But first, I should like to get to know you better.
Talk? Is that the only reason you asked me here?
Well, no. I also wanted to meet the intriguing Ekon. made such a powerful progeny of his sister. You have not learned the name of your maker, am I correct?
No, I haven't.
Have no embarrassment, Dr. Reed. We all make mistakes. But whatever your lineage, you are definitely Ascalon material.
What do you mean?
I would like you to become a member of the Ascalon Club, and to serve me as such.
Before I accept, I have so many questions.
Please ask.
I killed Fergal, who claimed to be one of yours. Sent to cleanse the East End of all scouts. Will his death be an issue?
Do not worry. My priorities have changed. Fergal was a zealous servant of mine, but like any servant, he had his limitations and is readily replaced if necessary.
What does it mean to be a member of the Ascalon Club?
It means that you swear to protect the interests of the Crown, that you become a loyal servant of the British Empire.
Takie buty.
Do you have any official recognition from the government? A charter from His Majesty the King?
No. Of course, the Ascalon Club publicly supports the Empire, but the true nature of its members remains a secret.
Am I supposed to follow orders?
As founder and chairman of the club, I alone am entitled to make demands of our members, and I do appreciate obedience.
What is the Ascalon Club's express purpose?
We follow the credo of William Marshall, the greatest knight who ever lived. As was he, we are sworn to protect the British Empire.
What does Ascalon mean?
Ascalon was the lance wielded by St. George, glorious patron saint of England when he slew the dragon. And like that lance, he pierced the hearts of all our nation's enemies.
Cholera, faktycznie.
William Marshall founded the Ascalon Club.
Not exactly. William Marshall granted me immortality, and I founded the club a few years later. The good knight has been gone for so long.
I agree to join the club.
This is good news. Good news indeed in these crucial times. Let's inform the Assembly formally and proceed with your initiation.
My initiation?
Fear not. Nothing fancy nor dangerous. It is just that we, the members of Ascalon, believe that tradition and custom are the backbone of this country.
Okay.
My fellow members, dear friends, please gather and welcome this Ekon as one of our own.
Is he worthy? Is his blood pure?
Well, speak, Dr. Reed, in front of the most sacred blood. The blood of our beloved William Marshall. Speak now.
Ja, Marshall.
Will you serve and protect the crown as he did?
Yes, I will.
Then, young Ekon, it is time to testify with your blood. It is time to sign the Book of Allegiance. I know it's awfully gothic and a tad pedantic, but England's traditions are the backbone of our nation. Welcome to the Ascalon Club, Dr. Lee. Take your place among the bearers of the lance.
One of us! One of us!
Okej, jestem sekciarzem. Git. Oh, shit. Okej, dobra.
I personally went patrolling last night in the West End.
That went well, did it not? It is always useful to bolster the troops' morale, especially before a difficult battle.
You have the makings of a general.
I was, though very long ago. Well, not quite a general, but a proud defender of the crown.
So why did you really want to meet me?
Straight to the point again, young Ekon. All right, let's talk, you and I, Lance Sparrow.
I'm listening.
According to my spies, you have worked with Dr. Edgar Swansea on the epidemic, and your findings were quite alarming.
Do you know Edgar Swansea?
Not personally, but I've been told he has some sort of immortal fetish and is a good friend of yours.
Does it bother you that I consider him a good friend?
As long as you reveal nothing of the club's inner workings, why should I forbid you engaging in conversation with the good Dr. Swansea?
You were spying on me?
Not personally. I rarely leave this building. But once he found you, Fergal kept me informed. Until you put an end to his mission.
Who was Fergal? I don't see him sipping tea with the others in the club.
Fergal Banshire was my squire of sorts. Even before becoming that magnificent beast, he was a brute. He served me well for decades.
No, I mean, what was he? He was clearly no ordinary vampire.
No, he was a Volcod. All muscles and instinct. Quite the rare breed. Ferociously territorial. Mortals often mistake them for werewolves.
You do know I killed him.
Yes.
Will you bear ill will towards me for his death?
Of course not. Your victory was quite impressive and courageous. You earned my respect.
Okay.
Yes, I'm convinced the recent invasion of frenzied Scals in London is directly linked to the epidemic. This is not the Spanish flu, but something else.
I would be glad to hear more of your discoveries, Dr. Reed, but for now, my main concern is the security of London's inhabitants, both mortal and immortal.
What do you mean?
Alarmed by the epidemic, the Guard of Prewen has started a war against us British vampires. To appease the situation, we must eradicate the Scals.
Scals are hostile vectors of contagion. That is a fact. But first and foremost, they are victims.
I agree, Dr. Reed. Most of the new Scals who roam the streets at night used to be good British citizens. But they must be put down nevertheless.
So, what do you want me to do?
I want you to investigate the city thoroughly. I have reason to fear there are cases of contagion in this part of town. Our absolute priority is to find and cleanse them.
And how would you like me to proceed?
By all means necessary, Dr. Reed. You are now a member of the Ascalon Club and you have carte blanche. Interrogate the locals, follow all the leads you find, and get results.
It's this new malevolence.
Oh.
Scars have been spotted everywhere in London. We are losing this.
Yes! Yes! Nowe poziom piłkarza, 4. Czyli mogę iść do Winus. Yeah! East End. Ale... Te drzwi otworzyć, czy nie? Mogę was jeszcze bardziej ograć. Dobra, to były drzwi za... O, otwarte. Aha, czyli to było poza wejściem. Dobra. Tak się narobiło. O dobra, pół godziny loading. Świetnie. Boże, tyle czasu minęło i nie daje rady spaczować tych loadingów. Szok. A, dobra. Będę się krzywił. Witam jednego oglądającego. What? Mam 2 klocki expa? Dobra.
I think Lord Redgrave just suggested I was sired by an ancient vampire.
Dobra, dobra. Ale chcę iść do Venus. Do roboty, tak? Z kim są ci ludzie? Nie, pierwsza jedowitas. Gdzie to było? Za mną. Z tych domów tutaj, tu bawi nas. Kurde. Gdzie ja idę? Proszę. W prawo. Aha, no tu. A? Nie. Tu?
Hello again, Venus.
Jonathan, you're still up. Can't you just knock at people's doors during the day?
Hello to the one fan that's still watching me. Oh, two fans, sorry.
I'm sure you can spare me a few minutes. For old time's sake.
Of course you may enter, Jonathan. I'm so sorry for your loss, Jonathan.
Dom Kresen, nowa lokacja, czyli lutowanie. Dziękuję. Kradniemy wszystko, co się da. Świetnie. Boom. Nawet talerze ukradnę. Góra, góra. O, chwila.
At least you survived the Great War.
Szylingi.
Feared the worst.
Okej. Wiem, że na streamie nie miało być sidequestów, ale no jak już nagrywam, to...
It's locked, all right. Też właśnie myślałem.
106, dziękuję.
It's a pleasure to see you again, Venus.
So you returned from the war in one piece too. Thank God. My Clarence is back home too.
How is the old rascal?
Probably outside, chasing ghosts and chimeras. Clarence has changed a lot since he returned from the war, you know.
Tell me about Clarence's obsession with vampires.
It drives me so crazy it makes my stomach hurt. I was so relieved to have him back. But I quickly realized he'd lost his mind in France.
I understand your irritation, Venus. But you have to accept the trauma Clarence endured on the battlefield.
The question is simple, Jonathan. Is my husband mad? Yes or no? Do vampires exist? Or is Clarence a lunatic?
So you don't believe Clarence?
If poor Mary, bless her soul, had tried to convince you of the existence of bloody vampires, would you have believed her? Seriously?
The important question is, what do you really think of your husband?
I'm tough, Jonathan. He should have told me the horrors he witnessed, however appalling it was, instead of inventing a fantasy about blood-drinking monsters.
What do you think about Clarence squandering his fortune on his obsession?
Soon we'll be poor, and forced to sell the house. Where will we go? In which filthy, infected part of town will we end up? I'm so afraid.
Have you noticed anything peculiar about the neighborhood recently?
You mean except for your return to town? No. Oh, and again, Jonathan. Please accept my condolences for your sister.
Thank you, Venus. It was so sudden. And I've been so busy, I haven't spoken to anyone about it.
I wish I could have assisted at the funeral, but, you know, it's been so quick. And what with the epidemic in the streets?
There's no need to apologize, my dear. It's normal, considering the circumstances.
No, it's not. I am sure that Clarence has not even thought to present you his condolences. He is too busy with his penny dreadful stories.
Penny dreadful stories. Dobra.
Do you need my...
No thanks, John.
How have you been since the last time we met? How long has it been? 3 years now?
I've done my duty, like all British women. You have no idea what it was like to wait for months without knowing if I'd still be a wife or a widow.
I understand. Luckily, this part of town has been saved from the worst of the bombings, from what I've seen.
Yes, and it's also true about the epidemic. The flu has killed here too, of course, but not on such a large scale as in other parts of town.
Venus, why do you worry so much about your family's reputation?
Everyone laughs at Clarence now. And they avoid me because they believe I share his insane opinions. I'm a leper in my own community.
Oh.
I'm investigating the source of the epidemic in this district. Have you noticed anything unusual?
The McPhersons. I heard they locked themselves in their own house.
They could just be afraid of getting sick.
Perhaps you're right. But if I were you, I'd pay them a visit. A big house, reachable through a courtyard, to the north of the railway bridge.
Goodbye for now.
You know that you are always welcome here. But at this hour of night?
Sorry, jestem wampirem. Właśnie, znajdź dom Emily. Chwila. do side questa, nie? Co to też co to było? Stąd wejść na górę? Wbić gdzie indziej da się, czy nie? Hehe! Yo!
No invitation is needed to enter this building. That can't be a good sign. No sign of a struggle. It seems Charlotte's friend knew the killer and let him in.
Ło, tyle tu! To killer, ja nic nie widzę. Szkoda, że ciała. Nic. Wyłaźmy za chwilę, dobra. No, hej, hej. O, hej, Jonathan. Wyglądasz zdrowo. Nikogo nie zjedliśmy. Wow. I jeśli już zrobisz ten ran, to nikogo nie zjemy. Jacques.
Emily wanted to become a vampire. Something must have gone wrong. Someone is responsible for this mess. But who?
Szukałem pomieszczenia.
Blood. I should follow the trail.
Oh, shit. Okay. Bloody. Aha, takie buty. Jesus, powiedzcie mi, że to jest to. Up! Dobra. Okej. No. Wszędzie mam krwi Emilii. Tu. Tu.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
I could ask you the same question.
I'm the Marquis de Bois-Colombes, and I strongly
Oh.
invite you to find your own game, sir.
I'm not here to sustain myself. I'm currently investigating the death of a young woman killed by a vampire.
A young woman killed by a vampire? Oh, you're joking, right? Oh, I do love the British sense of humor.
No, Francuz.
And who exactly are you?
I am Jacques-Michel Guillaume Florimond, the Marquis de Bois-Colombes, at your service, my dear cousin.
Spoko. No, gdzie?
Are we related?
We could be of the same blood, my dear. I tend to consider all Econs as family, don't you?
You're French, but your English is quite good.
I was born in France, sir, but I consider myself a traveler of this world. So many countries, so many tantalizing tastes.
What are you doing here?
I recently decided to visit London. I've always dreamed of visiting a city on the verge of collapse. Such a delicate, yet intense spectacle.
What do you plan to do here?
Take pleasure. Take pictures. Enjoy the show. Have fun. Believe me, I won't be the only foreign immortal who bought a ticket to the fair.
You take pleasure from others' misery.
I have been a totally depraved and immoral creature since the day I was reborn, sir. And probably before.
Spoko.
I followed the trail of blood from her to here.
Oh, you're referring to that young woman. Yes, the meeting turned messy. I'm afraid I ruined my last wedding coat.
So you admit you murdered her?
I admit nothing, my good sir. I only regret the blood of that girl staining my clothes. Oh, blood can be so messy.
What happened?
She wanted to become one of us. Not the first time I have received such a proposal, but I must admit her direct approach tempted me.
And then what?
The body rejected my blood. It happens, you know, sometimes even with voluntary prey. At least her gurglings brought me some fun, until the artery burst.
I believe you, sir. Emily's diary confirms your statement.
Oh, Emily was her name. Quite charming. Well, mystery solved then.
Yes, I suppose so. You can go.
And so can you. Farewell, sir. May you enjoy the spectacle of this fallen city as much as I.
Chyba dają trochę kurde ciała w tym momencie. Cholera, nie wiem. Wydaje mi się, że tak. Dobra, safe house. Zrobiłem już wszystko. Zaginięcie Emily, ej. Aha, czekasz, aż będę wieść. O, kruca papuca, to faktycznie. A, to tak było, faktycznie muszę. Aha, no i go, no. West End, stabilny. Jedyne przyjaciółki. Za chwilę. Nic nie było? Nic. Dobra. A, no bez tutaj. Equality! Hell yeah!
Good evening, Miss Ashbury.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed.
I have found out what happened to your friend, Emily.
I can handle the truth. There's no need to hide the bloody details.
Your friend was planning to become a vampire. She thought she'd met an honest one and made a deal with him. Unfortunately, Emily did not survive the process.
My mother told me many times about the risks of being turned. I often suspected she exaggerated the danger to avoid me being tempted.
No, the risk is real. Have you any idea what a body has to endure? To become an organism entirely consumed by its need to process and recombine blood.
I should never have talked to Emily about vampires. I never thought she'd actually try it without me. Thank you, sir.
Beze mnie?
Take this for your discretion.
Ooh, kołek Charlotte.
I'm investigating the source of the epidemic in this district. Have you noticed anything unusual recently?
A few days ago, I spotted a strange house while campaigning for women's suffrage. Awful smell. No answer when I knocked.
Where is it?
It's the Mullaneys, a nice family who live in a big house near the park in the eastern part of this neighborhood.
Goodbye, Charlotte. Give my best...
She's been quite busy these last few nights. I suspect you may see her before me.
Trójka z przodu? Jesus, wariuję. Gdzie jest jakiś safe house? Gdyby odpoczywać, to będę wylepować. O nie. Jesus, idzie się przespać. Nie idzie się przespać. A z drugiej strony zrobimy sniki. Jestem cienią. Dziękuję. O Jesus, no świetnie. Jezus, co to jest? 29 poziom? Co to jest? Znam to? Kogoś? Ej! What the hell, ej! No, ja ci dam. Nom. Ej, ale to było bestialstwo. Cholera. Masakra, jeez, ej. Oszukał pan, czego pan chce? Dobra, ale gdzie jest ten? Za mną? U góry? Co jest? Za mną? Co jest? Ej, no. Kurczę, no. Na poprawę. Tu. No, nie ma. Że z innej strony? Jak ze mnie jest Mosiek. Ze mnie jest Mosiek. Rezydencja Ridów. To... Mama Jonathana. Tak. Lud, nie. Okej, nie, okej. Dużo drzwi, dobra. Nie. Lud. Ło! Dobra, poza. Mama Reed!
Good evening.
Jonathan! Is it you? Where have you been, my prodigal son?
I'm right here, Mother. I'm finally home.
Oho!
Yes, but this son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was
Syn powrócił, okej.
and now found. But where is your sister? Where is Mary?
Mary? She is gone. Mother.
I know she's gone. The question is, when will she return as you have? I miss my grandson so much. It's been days since their last visit.
O Jezu.
Do you need my medical attention, Mother?
I'm all right.
Are you working on a new painting?
Not recently. I have trouble focusing on my subject and my mind quickly drifts. It's the same thing when I try to write poetry.
I recently met a talented painter with an excellent technique. I wish you two could meet. I'm sure you'd like her.
I'd be glad to meet her. What is her name? Is she famous? Is she dead too?
She's not famous, and her name is of no importance. And yes, she's also dead.
The important thing is, I hope you two get along. If she ever
A
fancies
co za
meeting your mother,
wyrozumiała matka.
I'd
Wow.
be glad to welcome her into my home.
Kurczę.
Do you need anything, Mother? Can I help you?
I just want you to stay with me, Jonathan. Your room is ready. I asked Avery to make your bed.
I'll stay as long as I can, I promise. Do you need anything else?
Just one thing. Stop staring at me like that. As much as I love you, it breaks my heart to look at those empty, dead eyes.
O Jezus. Jezus, jaki pocisk, ej. Masakra.
Why do you say Mary is visiting you? You know that's impossible.
Why should it be? Are you not standing in front of me right now? Why should it be any different with your sister?
But Mary really is dead, Mother.
Yes. And are you not dead too? Isn't your father dead? And my grandson? And my son-in-law? You're all gone.
Demencja
You also
starsza.
visit me from time to time.
O, shit. Stary, to boli. Demencja boli,
But
wiem.
I'm not dead, Mother. I'm really here, talking to you.
But of course you're dead, my darling boy. Just look at you, as pale as my Mary.
But I'm not dead, Mother. I'm really here, talking to you. Trying not to cry.
Oh, it breaks my heart to have to tell you this.
O, miotał.
But
Dobra, rację. Sorry.
Have you returned to Whitechapel Cemetery since Mary's funeral?
I never want to go back to that awful place. Wait. I think I went back once. And you were there too. And Mary? No, that can't be true.
It was just a bad dream, Mother.
A nightmare, yes. Mary was so angry. I walked back home alone. If that kind policeman had not called Avery from the station, I don't know what would have happened.
Mother, do you know what's been going on in this area?
Not really. I don't go out much due to the epidemic, and when I do, I tend to get lost.
What do you mean you get lost? I hope you don't go outside alone.
Of course not. When I go out, your father always comes with me.
Ah.
But he leaves me there sometimes, and I have trouble finding the way back.
Do you need... Goodbye, Mother. Try to rest now.
Goodbye, son. Please come back soon.
Chcę wejść od ulicy. Przyszedłem, tak. Okej. Telewizor wyłączyć za... minut. idziemy do save'a level upować. Tak jak mówiłem, pierwsze robimy loot. A brave read. O kurczę. O shit. Nie, chwilę, muszę to całe przeczytać.
Bring me my glasses. I feel like reading.
Od ojca.
I remember Sunday walks.
Mama sobie usiądzie.
Yes, Jonathan. Spending next summer in France. Absolutely. Why not?
Mama sobie usiądzie. Przeszukam jeszcze piętro. Pierwsze. Star list. Wow! 908. Aha. Avery? O Jezu, jak to jest pięknie. Wow. To jest Avery. Srebrny widelec. Nie będę dzisiaj rozmawiał. Idę wrzucić level. Idę wrzucić level i czy są jakieś Słuchajcie, no nie wiem kiedy będzie następny epek. Raczej jutro nie będę miał kiedy jak nagrywać, bo niestety praca papierkowa do pracy. Niestety, ale teraz... Jesus, chłop wygląda jak Rasputin. Idę teraz zdevelopować. Nie wiem, Vampyr długo chyba... Przepraszam, Vampyr długo nie powróci, bo we wtorek zaczynam Plague Tale. Nie będę nagrywał pierwszego playthrough. Nie będę, bo chcę się ekscytować pełnością na ekranie HDR-em, a niestety nagrywać to nie mogę. Ale damy radę, nie? Chwila. Dobra, boom, level up. 3 klocki. Krew. Wydajność krwi. 1000, dziękuję. Zwiększam w czasie ugryzienie. Tak. Chcę. W 500. Straszliwe pragnienie, wydajność krwi. Zwiększa absorpcję krwi przy czasie walki. Damy radę? Damy radę! Boom! Dziękuję, potwierdź. Takim jestem wampirycznym draniem. Dobrze, czad. Niedobrze. Doki, krytyczny. O nie. Trzeba ratować. Krytyczny, zdrowy, poważny. Serio? Ten doki jak zawsze ratować. Cholera. No bo nie ma tego toba, nie? No dobra, jestem zbufowany, nie? Expa nabite, 24 level. Boom! Dobra, dziękuję. To jest na wszystko dzisiaj. Maniek Pominara.